It's a dark and stormy night, and Fudmartin is feeling somewhat down about the failure of a previous experiment. So he looks into the north-finding gyroscope and finds this. The disk rotates, having its axis horizontal and free to move only in azimuth. Let the plane of the disk, D, be the first parallel to the meridian, see figure 2, or have its axis pointed east and west. Then the constancy of the plane of rotation opposing the effect of the Earth's rotation in the plane of the latitude tends to make the disk incline in that plane from east to west, initially in the direction P' of the tangent of the arc, which its upper extremity would describe. But the vertical diameter of the disk, being fixed by the apparatus relatively to the Earth's, offers an equal and opposite reaction, P. This has to be compounded with the rotary motion of the disk, Q. Suppose towards the south or at the upper part, which will give a resultant rotation R in a plane between the two, or the disk will take a new position, D', to which R is a tangent in a plane inclined to that of the meridian, its axis turning in azimuth from east towards north. In this new position, the same action will be repeated, the components being now P and R, and the new resultant, R sub I, will place the axis between the former position and the north, and so on, till it ultimately points to the north, coinciding with the meridian, in which position it will continue. If the rotation had been the opposite way, it is easily seen a similar construction would give the disk turning from north towards east. And in either case, when the final position, the rotation will be the same direction as that of the Earth. Okay, I'm attempting to set up super precision gyro as a north-finding gyro, but I don't really know how they work. So I've got at the top a magnetic attraction going on, which means the normal force on the bearing down here is very low. And yes, the magnet is strong enough to pull it up. Actually, if I get it better aligned. Oh well, I can pull it down and the magnets are holding this thing up. And it's free to rotate about this one axis, although obviously it's still got friction. Now I'm going to have to cut to spin it up. Okay, it's now spinning. Aligned as best I can. So effectively, the top acts as a zero torsion suspension, and the bottom acts as a guide, but also as a damper because it does have friction in it. Now what a north-finding gyro is supposed to do is align the axis of rotation to the local meridian because of the rotation of the Earth. This isn't quite doing that. North is more that way. And if I try to, well, yeah. It's like on the edge of being balanced. So it does precess under a torque. And then, I don't know if it's just simply getting stuck or if this is not the correct way to set up a north-finding gyroscope. I just don't know. Now if I move it, it will, whoop, precess. And that's just how strong the suspending magnet is. You can yank it right up. It's possible that it may need freedom to act as a pendulum. That would take some more work. This is something I sort of threw together fairly quickly. Looks kind of magical having an invisible force holding it up. Who says gyroscopes need to be spinning to maintain their balance? Not spinning at all. Oh, there's nothing in there. Gee, I wish I thought of passing something through that gap. No, not that. How about this? That's right. There's nothing in there. It's an invisible force. It must be magical. I mean, if it was a real force, we could see it, right? So clearly this is purely theoretical. Oh, action and reaction. Pshaw. Yeah, I think perhaps there's too much friction in there. Drop of oil, perhaps. We'll have to see.